After the big update was released, I said I would do a series on the major Counter-Strike items. Unfortunately, I have been sick the last couple of weeks, so I guess it has now become a retrospective on what has happened and what this will mean for the future. Well, for cases, they sure aren't seeing much in terms of a short-term boost from this update. Snakebite, which was recently removed, has stagnated at its previous low. After Fracture was confirmed to be an active drop in favor of Snakebite, it has also gone back down to a previous low. And essentially, there has been no change in the older, more expensive cases, besides a few signs of life, but nothing anywhere close to its all-time high. None of this is very surprising. All of the focus is on stickers, and that is a good thing overall, as we are seeing people pumping money into the market once again. With the potential of certain stickers, it's no surprise that cases have taken a back seat. But Snakebite is the one case that had me scratching my head. The Snakebite case is far from a top tier case. There's not much to talk about with the blues. The slate is too common and essentially fills the same market as the redline, which are both, blank slates for crafting. Chromatic aberration hurts my eyes. They have never really been popular play skins. The food chain is pretty sick, especially with new craft opportunities. The M4A4 is controversial, with some people in favor of the flashy style, and some preferring a cleaner look like the Neo-Noir, Tooth Fairy, Cybersecurity, and Desolate Space. All of these M4s are in the same price range, so competition is tough, and the same could be said about the USP Trader. Somehow Valve keeps adding all of these banger USP skins. Where's the love for the P2K enjoyers? And with the glove collection used in the Snakebite case also appearing in the recoil case, that will likely continue to actively drop in game for the next couple years unless Valve really start pumping out cases. It's hard to say that it's a good case, but is it really that bad? Sure, there is tough competition for the reds, but a USP and an M4A4 both in red? That's a pretty good start. The gloves will likely continue actively dropping, but on average, they hold a pretty high price compared to cases with knives. My assumption was that people like myself bag holding for the next case to enter the rare drop pool would jump on this opportunity after waiting a year. So far, it's looking like the case holders were already invested or passed on this opportunity. Well, here's what the Steam charts have to say about it regardless. In the 24-hour period following Snakebite's removal, 500,000 were sold on Steam. Now let's compare that to the clutch case. People were also impatiently waiting for this case to get removed, and it sold 497,000, essentially the same amount. Maybe these cases have more in common than I originally thought, and the prices are actually moving as expected. Both sold a similar quantity and had a similar rise on the day they were removed. Both promptly fell down to just a few cents above their previous average. And comparing the cases themselves, the clutch case has better gloves, Snakebite case has better skins. Both have glove collections in a case that is still actively dropping, so maybe Snakebite deserves the position it is in now, and profit won't be realized for some time if we use clutch case as a rubric. But while we're here, how are the other cases looking? Not only do we have movements in the market which is enticing to those who cashed out near the top, but we are also seeing fairly impressive player numbers once again. It will take time for all of these cases to eventually return to their all-time high. They always will and will exceed those numbers. But for today, we have to look at the stats for deciding if cases are going to have a good 2024. Stickers are likely going to have a big year, and I am partial to operation skins for various reasons. You don't want your money locked up in the wrong thing right now. Based on Case Tracker, 29 million cases have been opened this month, as Anubis doesn't really count as a case in this context. April 2023 is when things started getting wild, when we saw 42 million cases unboxed, and that is excluding Anubis. Now that is a massive difference. 13 million cases that would have been opened just a few months ago are currently sitting in inventories or are just another number on the Steam market. The leaders in unboxing rates are the new cases. The cases that we don't really care about because we shouldn't be invested in them anyways. If we take out the active drops, we are seeing 13 million rare drops opened in the last 30 days. And in April, we saw 22 million rare drops opened. nearly double the amount of rare drops opened during peak gambling era compared to today. These numbers look pretty rough for those invested in cases. Case prices are down big from their peak, and haven't really shown signs of a strong recovery. Based on unboxing rates, I wouldn't say that any case is ready for an explosion anytime soon. So should the takeaway from this be that cases are in for a rough 2024 and other investments will lead the market? Not really. Due to cases becoming rare or discontinued drops, the quantity is still lower than it was a few months ago, even if they're being unboxed at a slower rate. That being said, if the unboxing numbers don't improve in the coming months, then the return from these cases could be underwhelming compared to other investment opportunities. Operation Shadowweb skins are on an upwards trend. I check my trade up fuel every so often, and it has been a pretty steady climb recently. I gambled on the Control Collection being a big contender in the last couple months, and there has been some very impressive results so far. And while not my personal pick, the 2021 Dust 2 collection has been having even better results. Agent skins have been doing consistently well, and honestly, patches could be next up as the next fringe item that sees weird price spikes throughout 2024. I won't go on record saying cases are going to be outperformed by any of these items. One update could change everything, and that's part of what makes this market fun. But with the information that we have, the lack of cases being unboxed, other items in the market being the focus of players and investors, and the sheer quantity of cases on the market, it might be an underwhelming year for cases. Profitable, yet underwhelming.